Right, we'll try this again. We'll see if we get some people back in here. Bim, what are you doing? Hello, Bimmy. You have eye cream. Bimmy. It's like, you know, as soon as the video starts, you need to be back in the front seat. Yes, I know. I know. What's up, people? Welcome back. Let's hope this fucking works this time and I'm not just talking to myself. That'd be grand. Yes, I am back. I swear, I still had 2 fucking bars of service and it's like, nah, we're done. I wasn't expecting to catch another live. Oh, I was in the middle of fucking talking, but before I was rudely cut off by my reception. Right, we're back. Thank you to Lucy and Abby who sent some, I think it was £10 and then 10 Australian dollars. Thank you for that. I appreciate you greatly. I'm sorry that the internet cut out. I deeply apologise for that. Sheep stole the bandwidth. Like or Bim will steal my bandwidth. Or Slug will steal my bandwidth. Bim does it in the fucking lives. You have frills, bro. I'm starting to call Bim the frill neck lizard because of her little jazz hands out the side of her neck. She's got weird fucking little flap. Look at them. Look at her little frills out the side of her neck. It's crazy. Bottling my bottle lamb fitting for the stream. Well, bottle feed your lamb. Do you have problems with bloat out of curiosity? Bim's farts blanketed the signal. Dude, it could be possible. We don't know. Again, thank you, Lucy and Abby. I don't know if they've rejoined the stream, but thank you for the £10 and $10. I'm sorry, the fucking internet's shit. And it cut out before I could thank you properly. Her neck looks like an Elizabethan god. It fucking does. It does. It's crazy. Oh, it reconnected. I had to restart another stream. As soon as the fucking... So for me, it comes up with like a thing and it goes reconnecting, and then it never reconnects. Or it does. Actually, it looks like it does. And then you guys are like, she's disappeared. And I'm like, oh, well, that's grim. Guys, like the video. Do it. Wasn't there an Australian lizard character that had neck frills? I don't know, was there? I don't want to drive down there. I'm just going to look from here because I know I'm going to lose signal when I go over there. I didn't know it was a new stream. Oh, it had to be. Bloody Telstra 5G, my ass. Oh, dude. It says I've got 5G now. Whether or not it works is another question. It never reconnects. It says it does, and it looks like it did, but it doesn't. The stream just doesn't, like, pick back up. I've literally sat here like talking to myself thinking you guys can hear me, and then like you guys are like, is she coming back? I'm like, oh, you guys cannot see me. What's happening in Orlando, Florida at the moment? Fuck. It would be spring. No, it would be the end of summer, start of hurricane season there. What's happening up in Florida? Is it busy there at the moment? It would be busy in Orlando because you've got your theme parks. Orlando, Florida is like Gold Coast. Pennsylvania, it's fall. It is, yes. I had a brain moment where it's like you guys are up there and over there. you guys are on the other side of the world with your falls, not autumns. Oregon is still hot. The Gold Coast is definitely our Florida. Yeah, it's got the theme park vibes. Leaves are falling in Virginia. You have to, guys, is Halloween. Actually, question for Americans. In Australia, the Christmas shit is now out in some of the stores. We don't have issues with bloat, but we do oh yeah, I have that problem too. Fucking coccydia. Do you guys have Christmas decorations out in like the US specifically, because you guys are like big into Halloween? Or do the Christmas shit come out just like fucking November 1st? Or is it out now? Let me know. I'm just going to get this gate. Alright, I'm keen for these answers. Not until after Thanksgiving. Bim's still the cat. Xmas stuff has been on the shelf since September 1st. Thanksgiving 1st. Here in Canada goes after Halloween. That's interesting. In August they start with the fall stuff. So you guys have... Interesting. So you guys have like... So when I've only ever really been, actually, that's a lie, I went in March. But before that, I'd only ever been really in September, October. And I only remember seeing Halloween stuff, but I can't say I was looking for Christmas stuff. And I just wondered, like, because Christmas kind of sneaks out. Because, like, obviously, my theory, it's just a theory, is that... when you, like, stores start putting out Christmas stuff, it kind of gets people in the mindset of, I need to start consuming more and buying more. And I reckon that's, yeah, first they make money from Halloween and then Christmas. Okay, I see. So that's interesting. So because Halloween's not as big in Australia, that's why they're starting to already shill the Christmas shit. And there's both out. Interesting. So, like, if you go into Walmart, right? You go into Walmart, they've got their big display. What is it at the moment? Is it Halloween? And when does it become Christmas? It's not just a theory. It's a Kmart theory. It is. It's a Kmart theory, right? So, Kmart is our... not Walmart, Target, I suppose, with less food. That's what we're talking about when Australians tell you about Kmart. Halloween right now. Okay. All right. And your Halloween, is that, like, is the decorations, because I've noticed in Australia they're starting to become more, like, gruesome. Whereas it used to be, like, when it first came into Australia and people were starting to pick it up, it used to be, like, cutesy Halloween. Do you guys have gruesome, like, is it more gruesome focused, or is it more... like cutesy, oh, it's a pumpkin, oh, little ghosty, you know, it's both. Interesting. And second question, follow-up question to that question, is it, like, do people get upset? Do mums of small children there get upset? Because I saw a woman yelling at budding staff, right? Do people with small children get upset with the gruesome decorations? Let me get this. Yeah. Right. What do we got? It's mostly for teen or adult chicks who are super into... oh, the Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah, so there's like a real cult following to that, isn't there? The giant clown... That's exactly what I'm talking about, Madsy. There was a woman at my local Bunnings yelling at the staff that the clown scared her kid. So, there's that. This is America. People are upset because the wind is blowing. Yeah, but... I'm interested. I'm interested to know, because it's like, I'm interested. I've taken a real, like, fixation at the moment onto marketing and how people market shit. And I'm, like, interested in, like, the clowns specifically and all that, like, the gruesome stuff. Because I'm wondering, like, do people How does, like, having these scary figures at the front of the store, does that help convert to sales? Or would having a, you know, happy little pumpkin, fucking, you know, that sort of shit, does that kind of convert more sales? I don't know. It's interesting. Too many mirrors are scary. Dude, have you, like, the mirrors, when the mirrors go into the mirror, those mirror houses, scary shit. Tara, there's a job open at Anaconda. I would 100% not get hired. Should I apply anyway? Dude, why not? Fucking the worst. See, the thing is, I've been watching this fucking Instagram guy, and he's doing like this thing called rejection therapy, and he goes and asks for this most fucking, like, he'll go in somewhere and say, can I do this? And then a lot of the time people just say, yeah. And then, like, the worst thing someone can tell you is no. So why the fuck not? You know what I mean? And then obviously respect the no. Gruesome is for adult children. It is. Yes, I agree. But, like, do you put that at the front of house or at the back of house? People always line up to go to haunted houses. I got a funny story about that. I went to the haunted house, you know, like Universal Studios, you know how they do the haunted house thing? Like, where you go through the fucking maze thing, and they've got the themes and all that sort of shit, and then they've got, like, the scary walkway things where you walk through. I actually smashed my phone screen on one of them because I didn't realise I'd entered the area, and there was a guy, I assume he was from some, like, Chainsaw Massacre movie, where, like, you know how, like, they're at prom and they're in the car and they're going, and then they fucking, like, you know what I mean? You're picking up what I'm putting down here. And he jumped up behind me and I threw my fucking phone and I smashed my screen, so that was annoying. But, yeah, like, the point of that story, I know I go off on tangents and I just keep fucking talking. The point of that story was that there were so many people at these nights, and they purely go to these nights to get scared. Like, walk through these houses, because I think we went through, I think there was 8 of them the year we went. I don't know how many there are normally. I reckon we did 3, and I was like, no, we're done. I don't want to do this anymore. Can haunted houses people touch you in Australia? No, they can't. I love getting scared so much. The adrenaline rush is great. So you're one of the weird people that like getting scared. Why? Like, we went through this, it was the year Stranger Things was, like, big. Like, Stranger Things was massive. And that was, like, the main house at Universal. And the line, I think we waited in this fucking line to walk through this haunted house for 40 minutes. It was insane. Oh, the phone's banging against the panel. I'm sorry. Is that better? What was I saying? Stranger Things. We waited 40 minutes, and honestly, the scares, it wasn't that scary of a house. I was more interested in the set design. Like, it looked incredible. Like, it was like the show. It was, well, I suppose they've got the fucking budget, but, like, it was beautiful. It looked so fucking good. But then we went through this other one, and it was like we were on a train, and it was like a medical one, and then there was, like, dripping. Like, I know they can't touch you. The water dripping on me, fuck me. The fucking, like, the flickering of the lights, and, like, the fucking kid, there was a fucking chick sitting in the corner in, like a hospital gown, rocking back and forth, and every now and then she'd, like, jump up. Oh no, that was enough. And then we did a fucking clown one, and then we went through a circus. I don't know what fucking movie these were from, but it was, no, we don't like to do that. That was not a vibe. But yeah, that's my, is this boring? Because you've all gone quiet. So have you guys all left? And walked away, or are you actually interested in me telling you about how fucking scary this shit was. Does Liam like the scary stuff at Halloween? No, he's kind of very impartial to like things like that. He's very you know, that's fine. Like, we went to, it might have been the Universal one. Guy got really up in his face, and it was like he kind of just, you know how men, they like, oh, I'm so tough, I'm a tough boy, and they stand there and they like get really up in their face, and Liam kind of just stood there staring at him. Like, I can't do that. I'm too small to fucking square up to a fucking guy holding a chainsaw, you know what I mean? You better go clean your pants. Fucking absolutely. I assume that's what that comment said. I didn't actually read it. I can do paranormal shit, but not scary, gruesome. Only watch scary movies when I was little with my cousin. I agree. I like, you see, I see spooks. Ooh, sorry, tinfoil hat on. I see spooks, tinfoil hat off. But yeah, I don't like being scared. Like, I don't get off on the adrenaline, all right? I'm a wimp. I'm a wimp. We'll put it that way. No way I would scare up. I would freeze. Dude, that was, like, the guy was holding a fucking chainsaw and Liam was just standing there staring at him, and I was like, I would like to leave. But the problem is, it's like a whole fucking snake, so the way out is you gotta fucking walk through. I'm a Primeline. I'm watching you from afar. Are you this Primeline? Hang on, let me flip the camera. Is that you right there? I need to open this gate. The demonic horror movies. Oh, fucking, what was I watching? Paranormal Activity. I watched that a couple of years ago. I fucking hated it. Ugh. Ugh. On the topic of horror movies, now that we're fucking really into it, there's like the ones that like psychologically scare you, I think are so much fucking, someone just said, I like spooky psychological stuff, but a monster jump out at you, no. I prefer the monster to jump out at me and not the fucking ones that psychologically fuck you. They're the ones I don't fucking like. Actually, I'll leave this gate open because I'll just swing around this paddock. They're the ones I do not like. There was one movie I watched, and it was... is there a horror movie called Crimson Peak? That's coming to mind. I feel like I can't even tell you what it was about. All I can tell you is I was fucking, like, it wasn't jump scare, it was fuck you up psychologically scare. Have you seen the European movie Lamb? Is that freaky? No, I have not. Silence of the Lambs. I've seen Silence of the Lambs. That's fine. It's the ones that really, like, fuck with your head. They're the ones that get me. Crimson Peak, yes. So there is a movie. And is that the one that, like, messes with you? Is this the right one? Like, those ones are obviously the better directed ones than the ones that just use cheap jump scares. But, like, yeah, I don't like those. I'm not a horror person. I really enjoy the movies where I don't actually have to think. Like, I love a good fucking Hallmark movie where it's like, oh, the girl goes to her back to her hometown, and the guy that she loved at school's still there, and then he, I don't know, she's got some trauma, and he kind of works through with her, and then they slowly fall in love, but oh no, she's got to go back to the city, so it's heartbreak, but then he knows her, you know, that sort of thing. You feel me? That's the movie I like, because I can already tell you what the plot's going to be. I can go to sleep, I can wake up 20 minutes later, it's the same shit. I just know. Have you been getting enough rain? We were actually quite disappointed last week. We got a really fucking... We were promised some great rain last week, and it never came, and it was very, very sad. Very sad. The movie Seven is really good. Is that another horror movie, or is that a Hallmark movie? It's gonna be one or the other. Halloween version of Knoxbury Farm isn't scary. You know what? Actually, on that topic, back to the Halloween thing. The one Halloween theme park thing that I did enjoy was the Disney Not So Scary Mickey Party, where you just go around and you get handfuls of fucking candy. Loved it. Lived it. Was great. I sent it back to Australia. I did that when I was young, and it was so fucking good. I loved it. Oh, the things froze. I thought no one was commenting, and then it just jumped, and then woo, flew. Seven is traumatic, not Hallmark at all. Well, thank you for that. We're not going to be watching that one. I put it on tonight, and I tell Liam, my audience recommended this movie. They said it's a beautiful romance movie, and you put that on. Dry in Adelaide again. Spring is on the way. Well, there you go. I'm not surprised, because we sort of get your weather. Like, Victoria seems to get South Australian weather pretty soon after. So when you guys start getting rain, hopefully we recover. Be good. Brad Pitt's in Seven? There you go. Cairns is wet. I think all north of probably like Dubbo area is just wet. Richard, thank you so much for the $5. I appreciate that. I want to take another opportunity to, hey Tara, on a scale from 1 to 10, how bad do the dogs' farts stink? Dude, fucking, it depends what day, what have they eaten? Like, sometimes they can be fucking bad. Yeah. We'll see. Like Bims is worse than Typos on the dog's farts topic. But yeah, there you go. I hate the scary movies where the dumb characters are running 7-inch heels and looking back and screaming. They're like the classic ones, those ones. I don't like those either. I don't like any of them. Do they ever eat the sheep shit? Oh, the sheep poo, Grace said. Yeah, the dogs will eat it. Typo used to roll in it until she learnt, I don't know how she made the connection, but Typo managed to connect. If she rolls in sheep poop, she has to get it, like, bathed, and she doesn't like being bathed. So I think she must have made the connection, because she stopped doing it. Yeah, I'm going to grab this gate. Grab the gate. We're back. My dog used to eat kangaroo poo. Ew, grim. Bim, did you steal a car? Bim went to sleep. Alright, we'll head back down. We're almost finished, guys. Just so you know, the live is almost over. And we're not going to go all the way down there because that's where it cuts out. Dogs will roll and disguise their own scent. But what are they? My dogs do not need to hunt. They get food delivered to them every day. It gets placed in front of them. Wait. This isn't going to last forever. No, it's not. Very sad. Trust me. You would not like to spend more than an hour with me. I can fucking sit there and I can talk a lot of shit. Maybe a dumb question, but are these skanks an issue, or are skunks an issue on your land? My mum had to bath a retriever. No, we don't have skunks in Australia. It's great. We don't really have, like, we see wildlife on the farm. We see fucking kangaroos, wallabies, echidnas, snakes, lizards, but they kind of just keep to themselves. That probably answers a lot of other questions. Everyone, do you guys have rabies? No, we don't have rabies in Australia. It's like a lot of you guys are like want me to talk about all these different sheep diseases, but we don't have it in Australia, so like I can't. What's an echidna? An echidna, probably best to Google it. It's a egg-laying mammal. They're about, most of them, they're about like this big. They've got spikes. They're furry underneath. They've got like a their nose looks like that. Yeah, I suppose that's how the fuck would you describe an echidna? They're spiky. It's the foxes. Yes, it's the foxes that are the issue here. Yeah, we've got a big fox problem. Echidnas are cute. Absolutely, I love echidnas. They hurt no one. They just kind of exist. They're like a hedgehog. They are like a hedgehog. Do hedgehogs have really like the long, weird, pointy, like finger nose? Small porcupine. That's a relief. We get taught to avoid animals in the wild because of rabies. If you were talking horror seeing a fox with rabies, dude, we don't. We are very lucky to, because Australia is so strict with biosecurity, we don't have a lot of disease for like animal disease. Do you have problems with pigs? Not here. We don't. We have problems with foxes, pretty much. Foxes and rabbits is where our problems are. You've got to go up more north to have problems with pigs in Australia. Cross between a hedgehog and a mole. That is a good description of a fucking. That is a good description of an echidna. We like that. Are you waiting for us to stop asking questions so you can leave? Not really. I'm just kind of rolling towards the thing, pretty much. I am going to head off though. That's why I'm almost at the area where we're going to lose reception. Would rather end it nicely than me just randomly fucking disappear and it goes reconnecting. Your rabbits are predators. Well, they prey on my grass. All right. She's driving in an endless circle. Oh, life is an endless circle. Geez, that's deep. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. I appreciate you guys being here. There's a video obviously coming out later today, so stay tuned for that. What's the title? I can't remember. It's got a title, obviously. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Bim, say goodbye. Bim is asleep. Typo, goodbye. Typo is also asleep. Well, okay.